A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, innovators and visionaries. Welcome to the 4th edition of ET NOW Global Capability Summit 2024. I'm Rebecca, your host for today, and it's with immense pleasure that I get to be your guide for this extraordinary journey here in Bangalore today. So ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, let's embrace the spirit of collaboration, exploration, and transformation, and seize this opportunity to exchange ideas, forge partnerships, and chart the course for a future where GCCs will not only thrive, but lead on a global stage. India's global capability centers play a crucial role in driving the country's economic progress and fostering innovation. These centers, also known as global in-house centers or captives, are set up by multinational companies to take advantage of India's skilled workforce, cost efficiency, and business-friendly environment. GCCs handle a wide range of functions, including IT services, business process outsourcing, research and development, analytics, and finance, seamlessly integrating into India's economy. The growth of the GCC industry in India has been truly extraordinary. India will have around 2,400 GCCs by the year 2030 and will employ around 4.5 million across these centers. So ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely excited to host you here today, and I'm sure that you all are excited to be here as well at the 4th edition of ET NOW Global Capability Center Summit 2024. Our theme is Innovate, Collaborate, Excel, Building Tomorrow's Solutions Today. Before I go any further, I would once again like to remind you all to please ensure your phones are on silent, and if you need to take an urgent call, please do step outside into the pre-function area, and we would appreciate your cooperation in this regard. Also, before I go any further, I'd like to take this moment to thank our partners for collaborating with us at this conclave. A big thank you to Intellian Offices by Tata Realty, co-powered partner, GMR Aerocity, our co-powered by partner, Mindspace Business Parks, co-powered by partner, our knowledge partner, Deloitte India, research partner, Coherent Market Insights, our Gift City destination partner, Unstopped, our talent partner, IndieCube Workspace partner, Tablespace associate partner, E42.ai associate partner, WeWork supporting partner, and Ripple Hire, our exhibit partner. The event has been conceptualized and executed by ET Edge, and we would love for you all to definitely join in on the conversation on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. Please be sure to use the hashtag ET NOW GCC Summit. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's dive in because we've got an action-packed day of panel discussions, keynotes, and fireside chats coming your way. To kick off this morning, we're going to start off with a keynote address on navigating GCC policy labyrinths, riding the regulatory roller coaster. I'd like you all to please join me in welcoming our speaker for this session, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Gupta, CEO, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. Let's put our hands together and welcome Mr. Gupta to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, ET, for giving an opportunity for a state, for your host of GCCs in India to come and give a morning discussion with you. So thank you so much, ET, for allowing me and inviting me here. I will not make a presentation in the morning, so I don't want to bore you off the presentation stuff. But many of you are here in the room, which we meet, I think, every second week or third week or the other. So I'm very happy to reconnect with them and some of the new faces as well. Those new faces, if they've never touched Bangalore in a nice way from a GCC angle, your friend Sanjeev is here in front of you to connect with you with more. I represent Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, initiative of the government of Karnataka to promote the digital economy of the state. And what we're looking at as an aspiration is, if a country is looking for a $1 trillion digital economy, our Honorable Prime Minister vision, country's aspiration, Karnataka aims to contribute $300 billion on that. So can we do that? Answer is yes. Where are we on this? We are roughly around 50% of the journey, around $125 billion today, and we will be able to reach $300 billion. Which important actors plays in the digital economy as a very important role? IT, ITS, GCCs plays a very important role in that. Major chunk come from that part. electronic system design manufacturing. The second one, a digital economy, which plays a very important role. Some part of yours is also included in that. And the third one is the startup and tech field. This includes the digital economy for us. And you are very keen to look at what the innovation ecosystem is all about and how you can cater, partner with this innovation ecosystem for your services to the various operations in your organization. I'm here to share with you some of the data points which all you know, but mainly, primarily, my idea is to provoke something very different today. With some data points, thank you, honestly thank you, on behalf of Government of Karnataka to all of you for giving Karnataka as the GCC hub. Please accept my sincere thank from all of the government officials. We value a lot of you being here. We value a lot of you being from 1985, almost 3.5 decades now. It's a GCC journey, it's not a click which has happened. It was destined to happen in Karnataka. We pick up a number of around 36% of all the segments, overall GCCs, we are here. If you pick up the domain specific, somewhere will be higher. Retail will be somewhere around 44%, and some others will be around 30%. So between 30 and 36% on an average, you pick up any number of the retails or domain-specific GCCs, manufacturing GCCs, pharmaceutical GCCs, healthcare GCCs, and etc., you will find Karnataka is a leading state in the country. And if you pick up the talent which has been made available for the GCCs, we are also equally somewhere around 35 to 36% the talent which is available. It means the GCC's deployed talent is here, but the supply of the talent is pretty big. We are now recognized as the second world largest hub of AI resources in the world. And if that is the case, the new age of the dimension of the GCCs are getting defined by the maturity curve of GCCs from various levels. And in fact, somebody says there are now 8 levels of GCCs. Somebody was teaching me about, no, there are some 6 levels of GCC, whatever the levels are. But dear friends, you have defined those GCCs journeys, 6 or 8, being in Karnataka. And now I think you will define the new version of GCCs, which will be made of the new emerging tech talent, which is in the field of AI, with the field of ML, or looking at the cybersecurity angles and other stuff. You will be defining a new version of it. And I'm pretty sure this can only be defined because you have a fantastic talent that Karnataka offers to all of you. And that's a reason that when ET looks into a GCC Summit, they look at Bangalore. And thank you so much for ET to pick up Bangalore as a destination for your summit as well. Having said this, we are talking up. Obviously, there are certain challenges which comes across. The challenges of good challenges, where the different countries of the world are competing with us. 2,500 number could be 3,000 number by 2030, 31, 32. And how much Karnataka is aiming for? We are aiming for 50% of that. We are working on that. I know some of you have met our Honorable Minister, and some of you met our Secretary Madam also, where we are talking about of the new GCC policy. We are going to come out with a new GCC policy shortly, because we understand that GCCs is not just in the ambit of only IT and ITS, or in the manufacturing, or in the ER&D perspective. We need to come out and carve out a very special policy only for GCCs, and the discussion is currently on. Hopefully, in next a month or 2 month period of time, we will be able to publish the GCC policy as well. And dear friends, this is discussed not internally. This is discussed with every industry that we met so far. I think our consultation must have covered almost 300 leaders of the GCC so far while doing the consultations to understand that how much input that we need from you. So those inputs are there. Having said this, I still welcome any inputs from your side. My team members will be here full day. Mr. Kiran will be here full day. You can raise your hand, Kiran, wherever you are, right? Chetan is here, right? Mr. Gaurav is here. Any thought process, any inputs that you want to do, please reach out and just talk about your thought process. We want to incorporate all the views into the GCC policy. The thought-provoking ideas that I want to bring on the table is, in the morning itself, can we reword this GCC word? It has started from various angles, from a pure captives perspective to GICs and the all nomenclatures which has come across on outsourcing or support unit and etc. Can you rename this? And in your deliberations today, if you can please come out with a new name for the upcoming definition of the GCCs, I will be obliged. Because I want to define with ET Summit a new definition. Something like global powerhouse of the organizations. Why use this powerhouse? For different reasons for, right? But you can talk about of the way you want to design it. But I will look forward to hear from your new name today. Please give me that new version of this, and let this be the new news item published tomorrow's newspaper on the Economic Times. The GCC will be redefined in a different manner. What is that? You will come back. Please do that. A humble request to you. Second is, why we should do this? We should do this redefined because of a couple of reasons. A, I don't think so we have just been there as a support unit. Now we are actually doing a lot of high quality work for the organizations, which is not only defining a new, just a value addition of the services or in the product line, but actually defining a new product here itself. And if that high level of defining a new product means new business lines are created for the organizations. And those new business lines are coming out from your innovation which is happening in your centers. Their new economic growth of the organizations are powered by you. So this is one dimension which has been coming up very, very clearly from very nice, all the variety of GCCs that we have in any domain. The second one is, all of you have started taking our global leadership roles. Some of them, yes, and some of them are in the pipeline to become the global leaders of the parent company. And I think this power of becoming a leader of a global company sitting in India or sitting in Bangalore is a great, great, great story that we are talking about. And we should push this agenda up. We should start publishing the data points that how many Indian leaders has become the global leaders of various parent organizations. We should start publishing these data points. Because this way, we are able to now demonstrate that we are just not one unit of our function, but we are on the business line and taking up the larger responsibilities for the organization across. We are happy to do that. The third point, which is very critical, is the market, the potential, the innovations, the startup ecosystem, which is coming up from India. Today, in fact, Mr. Amitabh Kanji was here a couple of days back, and Mr. Amitabh Kanji was having a conversation with all of us, and we talked about our GCCs in a very manner. He gave me a call personally and asking me, Sanjeev, can you give me a detailed document about the GCC story in India? And he wants to pick up this conversation with our Honorable Prime Minister to see what new things can be brought in on the agenda for the next 5 years, the new government which has come up for GCCs. Now, if that's the thought process that the center is also looking at it, and in this field, the important element came out is just not the infrastructure, just not the talent, also the innovations and startup ecosystem which are coming in place. So my third point for you to reconsider in your deliberations today is about startup innovations. And this startup innovations comes is how you are partnering yourself or mentoring yourself with these. Now, you can do separately. You can do in your own way, come out with some 4 or 5, select some of them, curate them, mentor them, and maybe include them in your part. But then if you do that exercise, in my view, you're missing the very important element, the collective version which is available right now on your table. You might be missing the important elements of the enterprises or entrepreneurs which are coming out. Today, out of 100,000 startups that country has, 26,000 startups are in the city of Bangalore and Karnataka. We are the leading in startup and innovation index. Innovation index of DPIIT, or number of unicorns, number of sonicons. The funding which comes from the part of the VCs company, we are the highest. We are more than 50% of the entire Indian state. Having said this, I want very strong partnership of GCCs with the startup ecosystem that Karnataka possesses. Can we make it much more meaningful? Can we start contributing? So if you start collaborating with the department and with the colleagues of us, we will be able to plug in your energy and the ecosystem that we have in the startups ecosystem for Karnataka can be then merged together in then specific domains that you are interested into. We are coming out with the Karnataka Accelerator Network program, We're coming out with the seed funds for various investments. We do Elevate program for the startups. Why I'm pushing this agenda a little bit more emphasis today is the new line of approach towards your global operations is also built up by these great entrepreneurs, and bring them into your ambit. And my humble submission is, don't work in an isolation. Let's work like a collaborative and partner as an ecosystem player, and GCCs can play a very important role in this field. And so far, we have seen good results, but in my one-to-one conversation with all the Indian heads so far, in the last 7 days, 10 days, I have visited almost 7, 8 GCC Indian heads personally to their offices, not to my office. I went to their office and have met them. And the important element that all of them said is, I'm looking for some great startups who can work with me. And I think this is the angle where I want to bring in, collaborate with us, work with us. We'll be happy to get this knowledge of the GCCs along with the knowledge of the startups as a very much exercise. I'm sorry, I want to add one more point with you before I sign off today, is India is not what you see in Bangalore or in Hyderabad or in Chennai or in Delhi. The new India is coming up from the emerging tech clusters, not cities. And those are Mysore, Mangaluru, and Hubli, Belgaum, Dharwad in state of Karnataka, and like any other part of the world as well. We have a very emerging tech clusters. You must be amazed to know that somewhere around 8 GCCs are operating in Mangalore, and some of them are 1,000 people plus. There are at least 6 and 7 GCCs in Mysore which are operating in this field. There's a world-class infrastructure. The talent supply from those clusters for you as a top talent is somewhere around 17,000 plus annually for you. If you start looking at those, and just for the sake of saying that the policy benefits from the Karnataka also offers you to look at the Bangalore and beyond story, and which we're trying to project for you. So give us a chance to have a conversation on one-to-one basis. But I repeat in my request to you, I'm looking for a new word, a new definition of GCCs that you can define today. And this should be the headlines of tomorrow morning Economic Times paper. The second one is, please look at how you will define this in terms of the global leaderships that can be made available by Indian GCC heads to playing a global role in the parent organizations, and how we do that more. The third one would be, look at the startup innovation ecosystem, collaborate with us in a much more GCC angle perspective, which has been not seen so far aggressively. I think the time has come. And the last but the least is, think about of your expansions, your growth in the locations of the emerging tech clusters, and I will be your first friend to take up this journey together. With this, thank you so much for inviting me and giving the opportunity to talk to you today morning. I'm here for you always. Thank you so much.